guys, welcome back to another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter card game review. Today's game up at the tabletop is called STEM Epic Heroes. STEM Epic Heroes is for 2 to 5 players, and it takes about half an hour to maybe an hour to play the game. In STEM Epic Heroes, you'll be playing as basically the different, very important people throughout history that were in the STEM field. Tons of men and women that have invented and created tons of wonderful and amazing things. You'll be basically taking inspirations from them, going throughout the scientific method, placing things on the board, as well as what they have created, their different experiments, and locations they have actually made these experiments in. Now, of course, it's kind of loosely based off of that because the experiments they made may not actually be the ones that they're making currently in the game, as well as the locations, but the idea is you're playing these different heroes on your turn, you're gaining points, and based on the cards you play on them is how you're going to gain additional points. After somebody has reached their 5th player, their 5th scientist, then the next player, everybody gets to take a full turn, and you add up all the points that you've acquired throughout the game. Whoever has the most amount of points is the winner in the game. Alright, let me go ahead and show you what it looks like. Okay guys, so here we have what is included in STEM Epic Heroes. You're going to get 2 different decks of cards. One is going to be discoveries, and one is going to be enhancements as well as heroes. Enhancements can be locations as well as items, and then the different types of heroes are in this deck. Now you start with putting 5 cards out right here, these different discoveries, putting them out like this. Some of them range from 2 sides to a singular color, as well as some being wilds as well. Everybody is going to get 6 cards, and if you're playing with more than 2 players, you're going to add these cards in that are these singular cards. If you're not, you're going to take these out, and you're only going to have cards that have the double sides. So just to let you know when you're playing with less than 3 players. Also, here you go. It's 6 cards here. The next player is going to also get 6 cards, and one more player will have a 3-player game. Another 6 cards right here. Now you're going to look at these cards yourself, nobody else can see them, and as you can see here you have like a laptop, and this is one of the enhancements, and it's an item, and here's another one, it's a calculator and a blowtorch. And you also have characters, and this character here is a polymath character, which means he can have any of these different types of cards. Some other heroes in the game are going to be just specific colors, like this green guy here is going to only be able to use these green experiments, as well as locations we don't have. Finally, we're also going to have inspirations, and these are basically going to be the types of instantaneous cards you can play throughout the game, which will change the course of the game, as well as add that little take that mechanism. But those are the game cards that you're going to be getting in STEM Epic Heroes. So while playing STEM Epic Heroes, you're going to randomly decide who is going to get to go play first. And that player is going to then get to play his discovery along with his different STEM heroes. And finally, he can add either an item, location, or both to that hero. After that, he's going to end up passing. He can discard down to up to 3 cards from his hand and draw an additional 3. Now, if he cannot play a character along with one of these different discoveries, he actually can play a card like an item or a location on a hero that he already has in play that doesn't have one of those things. Also, he could choose if he doesn't make a discovery, he can get rid of one of the middle discoveries and add a new one to the playing field, so it'll give him an opportunity next time to try and play a hero with a discovery card. After he discards his 3, draws up to 6, and the next player gets to go. As well as after one player has 5 different heroes along with their discoveries, and you can only have one of each type of discovery, and there's 5 different steps. On this wild one, it actually tells you there's inspiration, hypothesis, experiment, analyze data, and publish results. You can only have one of each of these down on the field, so you have to have one of every single one of these 5 in order for you to have a chance to win the game. After that player gets to go through, everybody gets a full turn from the player who first started the game, and after that, that's when you're going to tally the points. Anyway, let me go ahead and show you a couple turns of the game. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you the game in action, and we're going to start with the first player over here. He just randomly got to be decided. He's got a science lab, workshop, service room, Ada Lovelace, as well as Emmy Noether. I don't know all the different STEM people here. But we also have Lost Research Results, which is inspiration card. You can discard one of an opponent's discoveries or prevent somebody from making you discard one of yours. So the first thing they're going to be able to do is play one of their characters, and he can play Ada Lovelace. Now he can go ahead and choose the wild step or the hypothesis step. None of these other ones will match this blue color, and because it's not one of the wild characters, he can only play one of these 2. So it'd probably be a good idea to take this one here as a wild. And you're going to set it up in a 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to 5, making it from left to right. So we'll go ahead and put this one over here, and this is what we considered a 1. We'll just put it like that, make it easy. As well as we can add the different different items or locations, and we'll add this location. This is a server room, and if we had an item, we would add that too, but we don't. We just have two other ones, a science lab and a workshop, so that's not going to work. So that's why in later turns, you might want to add a new card here if you can't play another character in this instance. Also, if I wanted to, I could play this card, but unfortunately, because none of my opponents have any discoveries right now, it's not very useful. Now I can discard down to 3 cards. Maybe I'll get rid of these 2 cards here. Maybe I'll keep Emmy as well as this, and I'm going to draw up to 6 cards on my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more card. Great, I got the stethoscope, and I'm going to then end my turn by flipping one of these guys here over. Next player is going to take their turn as well. Oh, they've got Zhang Heng. And that's what they're going to play then. That's what they got. So he's going to play his character here, and it's a polymath character, so he can score any of these here. She actually, on the other hand, she cannot be discarded, so nobody can discard this character here, which is pretty powerful. So he's going to be able to take one of any of these types of things. Maybe he'll take something that people most likely want to use, which would be these ones here. He would have taken the wild one to prevent people from playing it, but we'll just pick this one right there. Now, maybe this player has it. Okay, so I can choose any of these 3. And you can look at the points here. There's 2 points, 3 points, and 2 points. Pick something that has more points here, which is the calculator for 3 points. That means at the end of the game, he's going to get 6 points just for this. Pretty solid. There's a couple other things here you can use. This is the right tool. This can be an item for any player. So he's going to go ahead and play this card over here on Ada, which means that she no longer gets an item. So it kind of stops that player from being able to gain as many points as they possibly could have. This one also, you can steal an enhancement from an opponent's discovery and add it to yours, or prevent an opponent from doing the same to you. So if I wanted to, I could play this card on the server room, which I think I will do, and that would add it over to me, because this is an enhancement. So now I've got all the stuff. I've got 3, 2, and 3 points, which is 8 points. Pretty solid turn. I'll keep these 2 just in case I'm going to need them. I'll add one of these things here, and I'm going to draw up to 6 cards for... Then the next player is going to take their turn. What do they got here? Okay, Gottfried Wilhelm Lebs, and oh, we got a whole bunch of characters here. All right, so which one do I want to play? And they all have different things. Now, the polymath characters are all wild, so they don't have any special abilities, but these guys all do, and they're all mathematics. They all have different symbols, which represents the different things that they do. So this one over here, like technology, polymath, mathematics. All right, so this one character here, it says, if discarded by an opponent, Sophie returns to the player's hand instead of being discarded. Okay, that's pretty cool. When scored, discard up to 3 other discovery cards from the field. Ooh, that's really... Calculators were double when it's played with Libeds. Okay, so we don't have a calculator, so we'll probably just go with... Ooh, oh no! If we notice here, these are all yellow, and there's no other ones we have here, so we can't pick any of these because there's no yellow here. Steal 1 enhancement, so that's not going to help. Oh no, this guy's not looking so good. So he actually can't play anything. So he's in the end, he's going to choose a couple cards to discard. He'll choose these 3 over here, as well as he's going to remove one of these cards here, so that next time hopefully he'll be able to play something. That's what we need right there, the yellow one right there. So he's going to then take his 3 cards. Perfect. There. Now he's got... Oh, and he got the calculator he needs. Unfortunately, he discarded that card. That would have been good. This guy here has to make bonus points for a calculator. But, oh well, that's what he can do. He can't add any items to characters he doesn't have. So the next player gets to take their turn, and they look through their hand. Oh, look at this. Take 2 random cards from opponent's hand. Play that. That's awesome. You'll take these 2 random cards. Perfect. Ooh, steal an enhancement if I wanted to. I guess I'll do that as well. So I'm going to steal my server room back. And now I can play another card. Oh, I got Pascal over here, and that's a wild. So we know this is a 1, and we need a step 2, so we'll just take this hypothesis, removing the only yellow, which kind of messes with the other player. This is a smaller board, so it's hard to tell the difference apart, but when you're playing in a bigger area, you're actually going to be able to keep these areas separate. But for right now, that's what we got to work with. What else do we got? Oh, we got a microscope, playing that guy on there just like that. And anything else? Yeah, I could play these guys here if I wanted to. Discard an opponent's discovery. Discard an opponent's discovery. We won't play that right now. We'll get rid of these 2 guys here because they're yellow and we don't need them. And we'll draw up to our 6 card hand limit again. Whew, look at all these yellow cards. That's amazing. Could be great for later. Put this over here. Add a new one down. And we're going to keep going like that until one player gets their 5. And at that point, when the first player... in that first turn, when that first player went and somebody scored those 5, everybody's going to get that full turn, and then you're going to add up all the points. If we were to end the game just like this right now, we would notice that this player would be scoring nothing. This player over here would get his 3 and his 3 points for 6, and this player over here would get 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and he would be the winner. He or she would be the winner. And you would also add any bonuses you get from cards like this. Obviously, the polymath, they just have the benefit of being wild, but other cards will give you actually these bonuses, specifically the one that was talking about, like the calculator card, which is pretty cool, but it's gone now. But yeah, there's a ton of different cards in here, as well as all these different steps. And yeah, beautiful, just like that. But that is the basic idea for STEM Epic Heroes, and that is how you play the game. So STEM Epic Heroes has kind of an interesting style of mechanics. First of all, you're going to think that it's a game about trying to keep hand management and control of what's on the field, adding those cards, those discoveries, and enhancements attached to your characters to give you those beneficial points. But not only that, it's also a take that game, so it has that interesting aspect of the inspiration cards, which lets you take cards from other players, stop them from taking cards from you, drawing cards from their hand, discarding different enhancements, and trading enhancements. There's a bunch of little take that mechanisms, and there's a good amount of them in the game. So you're going to have both that and the hand management board management style of the game. Now, if you're interested in take that style games, this is definitely going to be one of those games for you. I really, really enjoyed it, especially the artwork. I find the artwork in this game to be spectacular. And I love the theme. I do feel like the theme comes out where you're like, you've got all these different STEM people and they're doing all these different discoveries. And it has kind of that partial scientific method of doing inspiration, hypothesis, and experiment, and analyzing research, and then publishing all your results. This is a kind of a nice thing to show you for the wild. But it is a really spectacular style game. And so when I was playing this game a couple times, it's interesting because you got it almost feels like you get two different things going on. It's that take that aspect on this side, and you got the management on this side, and you're clashing them together. So what's interesting is you could probably take out these inspiration cards and just play it as a management game if you wanted to, making it a little less cutthroat and making it more about trying to manage everything. Because the more players you're going to get, the more management is going to be needed, especially sometimes you're not going to be getting the discoveries you're going to be wanting to get. And at that point, it's going to get pretty difficult. And especially with those take that cards, we're going to be losing things and gaining things. So yeah, a wonderful little take that game with all the benefits of adding that hand management and resource board management, I should say. Really, really, really enjoyed this game. Had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs too as well. And I really like I feel like the theme really comes through when you come with you've got the wild guys who are pretty much more versatile, the ones who are more specialized, and these people have a lot of benefits and bonuses, and they're very, very powerful, all in their own right. Really cool, nice card game. I definitely would recommend this game. In fact, I'm giving it my seal of approval. Alright guys, thanks for watching another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter card game review. If you like this game, go ahead and check out the rest of our videos here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and comment. It all helps. As well as checking out STEM Epic Heroes, currently on Kickstarter. Description below where you can see the game. Like I said though, it is kind of cutthroat, so it does have that aspect to it. And if you don't like that kind of style of game, you probably might want to steer clear. However, what's cool is you could take out these inspiration cards, and it makes it a little more about the strategy of the game. It works really well though. I was just floored as to how good this game was. I'm so happy that it was good because I really like the STEM aspect of the game. And yeah, it's just enjoyable, and the colors are wonderful. They've got a ton of additional content coming out too. I've got actually a lot of the different cards and a lot of different scientists and researchers and stuff like that they haven't showed yet. That's going to be in the Kickstarter as it kind of releases, and I'm excited to see those come out. So yeah, do go ahead and check it out and follow it and see all the different stuff that comes out. If anything else, you're going to learn something. I learned a lot about all the different researchers that I didn't know about, and all the different discoveries and stuff like that they have brought to the world. So wonderful job, and I'm very, very happy I got to learn this historical lesson while playing this game and stopping and looking on the computer. Anyway, go ahead and check out our site, unfilteredgamer.com, as well. Tons of blog posts, giveaways, Kickstarter lists, and more, as well as checking out our affiliated websites, everythingboardgames.com, The Giveaway Geek, and Devatos Gaming. All great sites, great people. They have a lot of stuff to offer, specifically giveaways. They got tons of them, and wonderful games working with a bunch of great people. Alright guys, well that's it for this video, and I look forward to, once again, seeing you next time.